Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking the code on presentations. We're going to combine the absolute brilliance of two essential books, Nancy Duarte's Resonate and Slideology, to show you exactly how to transform any data dump into a full-on standing ovation. I mean, we all live this reality every single day, right? As Slideology puts it, presentations are, for better or worse, the undisputed language of business. A great idea? Well, it can live or die by its slides. And yet, here's the kicker. A survey in Resonate found that for over 41% of us, the whole process of creating and delivering a truly great presentation is a major struggle. That is a huge number of people feeling the pain of a really high-stakes but really difficult task. So, how do we fix this? How do you turn this thing you dread into your most powerful communication tool? Well, it all starts with a fundamental, a massive shift in how we approach story and visuals. Okay, let's dive in. First things first, we have to identify the villain of this story. And it has a name, the slidegement. You know what I'm talking about. It's that thing we've all created and we've all sat through, a dense, wordy document just masquerading as a presentation. And this slide right here brilliantly illustrates the core problem. See, Slideology points out that a document is meant to be read, right? It's a handout. But a presentation, that's meant to be a visual backdrop. It's supposed to reinforce what you, the speaker, are saying. And your audience simply cannot read a bunch of dense slides and listen to you at the very same time. It's impossible. And the result of this whole slidement epidemic is what Resonate so perfectly calls the bland leading the bland. It's this corporate sea of sameness where every presentation looks and feels exactly the same, which pretty much ensures that no single idea stands out and no message is ever truly remembered. So to fix this, we need a core mindset shift before we even think about opening our presentation software. Getting this one principle right will change absolutely everything about how you prepare. I promise. Resonate makes this crystal clear. You are not the hero of your presentation. The whole about us, our product, our history approach, it's all about you. It's selfish. Your audience is the hero. Your job is to be the mentor, the guide. Think Yoda to their Luke Skywalker. You're there to give them the tools and the wisdom for their journey, not yours. Okay, so now that you're the wise mentor, what do you give your hero? You don't just give them a pile of facts. You give them a map. And this is probably the most powerful narrative tool you have. This map, which is detailed so well in Resonate, gets its power from contrast. You constantly move the audience back and forth between what is, their current, probably frustrating reality, and what could be, that brighter, better future that your idea makes possible. That gap between the two, it creates this incredible dramatic tension and a real desire for change. And this structure gives your presentation a really powerful story. So let's walk through it. First, you start by establishing what is. You ground the audience in the reality. Then, you issue a call to adventure by showing them that gap between their world and a better one. Now, the bulk of your presentation is the journey, where you go back and forth building up that contrast. This all leads to a super clear call to action, telling them exactly what they need to do. And finally, you end by painting this vivid picture of the new bliss, the amazing reward that's waiting for them. A great story structure is the engine, for sure. But to make that journey feel real, your hero, your audience, has to actually see what you're talking about. And this is where the amazing visual language of Slideology comes into play. This brings us to a really profound truth from Slideology. Data slides are not really about the data. They are about the meaning of the data. Your job isn't to be a data dump truck. Your job is to be a data clarifier. You have to do the hard work of finding the meaning for your audience so they don't have to. And we've all stared at this monster, right? A dense table just full of numbers that forces the audience to stop listening to you, squint their eyes, and try to do mental math. Come on, this isn't communication. It's an eye exam. It's all noise and absolutely no signal. But what if the entire point of that massive, complicated table was simply this? The East region grew 21%. This is the core visual principle from Slideology. You isolate the one key insight, you make it the hero of the slide, and you make it so simple it's instantly understood. Suddenly the signal is loud and clear. Now, when you combine this powerful narrative structure with crystal clear visuals, well, you set the stage for the most important part of the entire journey, the climax. Every truly great presentation has what Resonate calls a star moment, and that stands for something they'll always remember. This isn't something that just happens by accident. It's a carefully planned, dramatic peak that you designed to make your big idea absolutely unforgettable.
And these moments can take all sorts of forms. It could be a shocking statistic that literally makes the audience gasp. It could be a personal story that's full of emotion. Or, like when Bill Gates released mosquitoes at a TED Talk, it could be a memorable dramatization that they will never, ever forget.
Think about this famous line. This is so much more than just a phrase. It's an STAR moment in the form of a repeatable soundbite. It's simple, it's powerful, and it contains a crystal clear call to action. It became a rallying cry that helped change the entire course of history.
So, let's bring all this home. Mastering these techniques, it's not just about giving better presentations or surviving boring meetings. It's about giving your ideas the platform they truly deserve so they can make a real impact. As Resonate so beautifully puts it, if you can communicate an idea well, you have within you the power to change the world. The final reward for you, the mentor, is seeing your hero, the audience, equipped and empowered to go out and build that better future you showed them was possible. And that really is the final, crucial question, isn't it? Your idea has the power to change your world. The only question left is your presentation good enough to let it? The tools are all here. Now it's your turn to go build something unforgettable.